Hello crafty cuties! Welcome to Paper Terrace. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber, and if you're a bit confused, I changed my channel name from I'm a Cool Mom to Paper Terrace. I mentioned it a bit more in the last video that was up on my channel. Today we're actually going to do some crafting. We're going to do some layouts in my vacation journal here, and I have lots of pictures that I did already print out, but I thought I would quickly go over how I print my photos at home. And I did mention this in the last video, but it was towards the end of the video. Some of you may not have caught that. So I do print my photos with my Canon selfie here at home. It's the CP13. I'll have it linked below. And I got to tell you guys, I tried to save myself some time by printing out Walgreens last week, and it's just the quality does not par up to the printer here at home, and I was actually quite surprised. I wanted to show you really quick. So in my left hand, this is from Walgreens, and in my right hand, this is at home. I did not do any editing to these pictures. I print them very simple, and it looks even better on camera than what it does in real life, but this picture that I printed at home is just much more clear, bright, and the colors are true to what they actually are. So when I am printing at home, it's just so simple. I go into the photos that I want to print on my camera roll, and I print them out. And if I ever want to make like a collage with 2 photos or 4 or 8, I actually use an app on my phone. It's so simple to check the photos that I want to put into a little photo grid or 2 photos, and then it prints out nice and smooth, and that's how I get the smaller size. I get a lot of questions on how I get this size. This is the start of my travel journal. I always like to do something special on the front, and I think I'm going to do this picture. It's not the whole family, but it's so hard to get family photos, let me tell you. So let's do that picture here. And I'm gonna, of course, do like some decorations. I want to make this look really pretty. I have these little butterflies that were from one of my patrons. And super big thank you to Lucha for sending me a new crocodile. She saw that I needed one, and that was just so sweet and kind. Okay, I'm gonna pull out some like little ephemera pieces here. So I feel like I want to bring some color into this picture. So I think I'm actually going to trim it down a bit, and then I will mat it on some scrapbook paper, and I'm actually just going to cut part of this off. I want you to be able to see that there's like a rock at the top of this. It was a really cool waterfall that we were standing behind, and then I'll go like this because I just want to trim it down a bit so you can see like the matted part that I'm going to put behind it. And I am just really liking this paper. You can't really see the design, but I think I'm gonna go with that. So we're just gonna go ahead and glue that down. And I cut it so crooked that anyone could do better. That was probably even worse, but that's okay. That's okay, we're not going for perfection here. The main thing is getting our memories down in this book. And I have so many pictures that I need to put in here. Lots of memorabilia and tickets and all kinds of things, so I'm really excited to get this finished. I want to use maybe I made this really pretty crinkled seam binding. I have a video coming, if it's not up already, showing you how I made this. I actually filmed that like a few weeks ago, but let's see, I want to include it, like maybe I'll put it underneath. We'll kind of do some layering here, and I'm thinking of doing, maybe I'll do like a bit of this ripped. I feel like I just need some more layers in here. Yeah, because my style is just not like a perfect cut style. So we'll just layer this on here like that. Okay, starting to look a little bit more like me, and we'll put this crinkled bit down in a minute. This little cut apart here says family. I just looked in my little ephemera drawer, and sadly I don't have a whole lot of like die cuts and things because I used them all up in snippet rolls. So it's crazy because it's been a long time since I have really used up those things. I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue. And then there's a manila tag in here, and I am going to write our trip details on that, like the day we went, where we went, all of that. I want to keep this somewhat crinkled, but I need to hold it down in place, so just glue it down there so we can have a bit peeking up. And then we can go ahead and just glue this down in place as well. I am hoping to do a couple layouts in this video. We'll see how quick I can go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I think I'll go ahead and do this little banner. Now, I was thinking of reaching for maybe some of my snippet roll. I have some hanging around here. So I have a couple of my snippet rolls here, and I'm thinking, I think I want to cut, I like this key for some reason, and I feel like it, to me, it kind of symbolizes like travel. I think I'm going to go ahead and use some of this, and I know a lot of people in my last video actually wanted to see me cut through a piece of snippet roll, so here we go. We're going to cut it off. Look at that. We're okay. We don't have to go to the hospital. We're okay. That was dumb. Okay, so I wanted to put this little piece right here, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna glue it there. It's just like a little piece to finish off this picture, and to me make it look a little bit more special, I guess. And that was just so quick and easy. That's why I love having these snippet rolls. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now I'm wondering what I want to do here on this left side. So let's see, I have lots of airport tickets, but I do think I'm probably going to stick these in the bag here. And for here, I just remembered I had some postcards that I got, and maybe that would be kind of a nice way to start out. Oh, those are pretty, although I'd have to do it sideways to fit. Then I have this one. Okay, that almost fits perfect, and I like how it has some peach over here on this side. I think we should just go with it. I'm gonna take these out for a minute, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I also have these little like fabric tabs that say take a picture and stuff like that. Let's see if any of these are speaking to us. I'm just always liking the butterflies. But I want to see if any of them, like, say travel or... Ooh, I like how that one's blank. I might use that for something. I'm going to set it aside. Okay, this one kind of looks like a little ticket. So that's fun. I could use that as a little tab on this little... Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I will grab my stapler. I'm just going to go for it. And there's this little tab on the paper bag. So I'm just going to fold that over actually. And just staple it on there. There we go. And I think that looks great just by itself. However, maybe I should also make it into a little pocket. Like, I'm kind of sad to not have this part. You know what? I'm gonna washi tape it down. That's what we'll do, so we can use the other side as well. So I think I found some washi. I can't find very many washi tapes, but I found some that would work here. I ran out of all of my really like thick washi tapes, and I definitely need to restock. I'm just gonna put some on the side here, just right along the edge. It's cute washi tape, it's just not exactly what I was going for, but I think we'll be able to make it work. And then this should open up, and I'm gonna add just a bead of glue right here so that it will kind of seep under and make it a little bit stronger. So I'm just going to put the airline tickets in kind of like that so they're peeking out a bit. And so now I will do my journaling on here and on the manila tag just off camera in a little bit. And I think I'll go ahead and do one more page with you guys. And so I do want to keep these pictures a little bit in order. And so our first set of pictures were waking up at 4 in the morning to get on the airplane, Arlo's first flight. There's some pictures of us just on the airplane and stuff. And then right when we arrived to the airport, their airport's so cool, it's outside. And anyway, so that's a lot of pictures, and so I'm thinking of like a pocket maybe. I have these clear pockets that are so cool. I could do something like that. I also have been wanting to use this last envelope that I have. I think I might go ahead and just place that right here. Let's do that. Alright, I just had some minor technical difficulties that were not technical at all. This is so cute that I had to go ahead and scan it, and I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll probably share it in my Patreon groups or something, but anyways, let's go back to this. Okay, so I think I want to put this here. This paper is pretty, but once we cover it up, you're not really going to see a whole lot, so maybe I'll just ink up the edges. We'll just start with that. Start there. I have some pretty doilies next to me that I'm thinking about using as well, but let's kind of map out this page real fast first. So I think I'll put this, I guess I could kind of like that. And I'm thinking I want to put this little label here because when we have this shut, you'll still see the label, and I could put like Hawaii with the year or something like that is what I'm thinking. So I could do like that. I'll put photos in here, and then I sort of want this one to show up, so I guess we could put it down here and then kind of go like that. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, I guess I could. I wanted to use maybe some of this doily that I just can't believe this came from Amazon here. I think I could put it on this side. That would be good. Let's just go ahead and see. It's not hard for me to cut through stuff, guys. Here I go. Just gonna try my best here. Okay. Try to cut as straight as I can. That was not straight at all. It will. Okay, I feel like with these kind of layouts, you just got to start gluing things down. So this paper is a bit fragile. I mean, it's a very vintage envelope, so I guess who cares? We're gonna go for the wet glue anyways, right? What could go wrong? Let's just go ahead and put that down there. I'm just debating if I want anything in the background here other than that paper. Maybe I could go like that and just have that peek up a little bit. And then I will need to trim this down a little. We already know my cutting skills are so lovely that I'll just go ahead and do it by hand. Okay. Sort of thinking that if I tuck that down just a tad, we can go like that. And then I can put the other pictures in here. I think that's what I'll do for now. I can take them back out if I want later. Okay. And that can fit up there. I should write on this before gluing that down. This is already kind of tucked in there, so I'm just going to glue on the back of the doily, just on the center there. Let the other edges, well, be free. Ooh, what I should have done to add some more color is use my ink here and then try to ink up the edges of the doily. I already have it kind of glued down, but let's just go like this and see what happens. Whoops, and try not to rip it. That does it for me. That's good, that's good. Then we have our picture. Alright, I'm just trying to go over this in Sharpie so that hopefully it will stay on. I did my best, guys. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glue dots in the corners here. I don't want to get this too saturated. And we'll just place that here, but I definitely feel like I have to put something on each side. I had this little butterfly that we had out. That might be cute. I also have this cut apart here, and I'm thinking like this little postage stamp cut out. Let's try it. See how that looks. Kind of maybe like that. Like that. I think I like that. I'm gonna go for it. And actually I'll put some ink on the edges here. Okay. But I'm definitely liking how this is starting out my little vacation journal, and I want to figure out what to do with this fabric on the side. I really want to include it. I think it looks really pretty next to the florals on the envelope as well. So let's see here. It might be nice to make this more functional and turn this into a pocket for like a tag, even though I know we have lots of those, but let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to kind of measure, not really, but kind of, where I need to cut this out. And if I use my trimmer here, that will make things a bit more even. Okay, so I'm just going to see what size I need. I think that was good. And then I'll sew this doily onto the paper here, and that's gonna make this even a bit more sturdy as well. So I think that's good. I don't have a big space to work with here. I love the little, I love this part here, but we might have to trim some of that off if I want to keep most of the pretty design here. Okay, I'm gonna trim the top of this too, and I do want it to actually be a little bit more even than what I had originally cut it. And maybe we can actually, since we're gonna make this into a pocket and this is a little bit shorter than what I should have cut it down to be, I'll put some lace at the top here. So I'll just cut off a little piece here. And I'm going to first go ahead and sew the lace across onto just the doily. Try to move everything out of the way here. Hopefully you can see. Just doing a simple straight stitch for that one. And then we'll take our pocket and decide, do I want to trim some off? I think it's gonna look better if I do. So I'm just going to kind of hold it on. Actually, you know what? I'll sew this on first. That's what we'll do. So I'm just gonna sew around 3 corners like I do always. And then I can go ahead now and use this paper as a good guide. Yeah, I'll just do it. I think it's gonna look better. I can save this little snippet to make a snippet, and then make a snippet, roll snippet. Okay. Okay, I think that looks better trimmed down. I will just go ahead now and I can glue this down. That was also nice that I didn't have to worry about glue seeping through that doily. It is pretty thin. So now we have a little functional, pretty area right here. And I'm not exactly sure what I will put in the pocket. I have more boarding passes and stuff, even from like our first flight, because we had a layover. So I may do that, but I just happen to have this little card that I made a long time ago. And for now, I think I'll put this in here. And if I want to do journaling on the back, I can do that. So that will look pretty kind of peeking out. And I needed a use for it anyways. And then I also got these, I got a ton of like little Hawaii sticky notes. And Why don't I incorporate one of these somehow? Just because they're cute. I got a bunch of these also to share with patrons. Thinking, should I do something like that? Nah. We'll keep that. Wait, it's got enough going on. I think I'll just put it on the back here and then that would fit perfect. How did that happen? There we go. So I think that's all we'll do for this first journaling process in this travel journal, or vacation journal, whatever you want to call it. I hope that you got some inspiration out of this video or you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.